It's my fault. Everything is. If you broke my heart, it's my fault. If you betrayed me, it's my fault. If you didn't want to understand who I am, it's my fault. If I have any underlying mental fitness conditions, it's my fault. If I had to go through some abuse, it is absolutely my fault. If I trusted you, if I relied on you, and you didn't honor my trust, it is my fault. If technology failed and things didn't work, it is my fault. If there's a project we were working on together and it crashed because you were not there, it's my fault. If I didn't know how to tell you I'm hurting, it's my fault. If you didn't have the time to understand me, if you did not have any interest in spending time with me, it is my fault. If I gave you all I had, but you still had no interest in anything I had to give, it is my fault. If I made you the center of my life, if I made you my world, it is my fault. If I was not even the last important thing in your world, it is my fault. If I was bullied, it is my fault. If I had to go through rejection over and over and over and over, it is my fault. If I didn't have the courage to speak up, if I didn't have the courage to stand up, if I didn't have the courage to defend myself, it is my fault. Is that how you feel most of the time? Because I know I have been through that feeling. I know I have suffered that guilt. I know I have gone through that constant trip of it's all my fault, finding blame within myself for actions of others, finding a fault within me for things others were doing. I've done it over and over in my life. It took me a very long time to stand up and say, no, it is not my fault. If I'm trusting you and if I'm giving you all I have and you don't respect it, you don't honor it, it is not my fault. If I get hurt because you did not keep your end of the deal, it is not my fault. But the fact is, many of us, in fact, I can say most of us, go through this constant guilt that if something goes wrong, it is always our fault. If you highlight that somebody else is doing something wrong, you're told that you're playing victim. You're told that stop being a victim. Or you're told that you're always blaming things on others. You need to work on yourself. While I understand for self confidence, self worth, it is very, very important to work on yourself and to love yourself and to respect yourself and to care for yourself and put yourself as number one. It is also true that it is always not your fault when you get hurt. It is not always your fault when you fail. It is not always your fault when you're disappointed. But that's how society trains us. That's how we are raised. It doesn't matter whose fault is it, we have to apologize. It doesn't matter who's doing the wrong, we have to say sorry. If you speak up and if you are direct, you're told that you're pointing fingers and you're being melodramatic and you're being a drama queen. But the question is speaking for yourself a drama? The question is standing up for yourself, voicing your pain, your vulnerability, your anger, your frustration. Is it drama? Is it melodramatic? Or is it you speaking out for yourself, and is it you reaching out and saying, enough? I can't have more of this. You can't treat me that way. But the fact is, many of us go through this. Many of us are made to believe, made to feel that everything that's happening wrong is our fault. Everything that's not working out is our fault. Whether it's business, friendship, partners, relationship, parenting, or your parents, or society, or relatives, anybody. So often you're made to feel that you didn't do the right thing, you didn't say the right thing, you didn't react the right way, because you're always told you have to look at things according to the entire society. You have to look at things according to a certain set of rules. And if you don't follow those rules, if you don't follow those expectations, those guidelines, then it is your fault. But is it really? And that's the question I ask myself quite a lot. And I know many of you out there wake up and ask yourself, is it my fault? Did I do something wrong? This relationship did not work. I must be wrong. This project failed. It must be my fault. My team members are not happy with me. It must be my fault. My manager is not happy with me. It must be my fault. My parents think I'm a failure. It must be my fault. But the question is it always your fault? And is it wrong to speak out and reach out and say that it is not my fault? Things happen. Sometimes relationships fail. Sometimes you're disappointed. But it is not always your fault. Nothing happens one-sided. There's always two parties in anything that happens in life. So stop blaming yourself and reach out, speak out, stand up for yourself, respect yourself, because it's not always your fault. I'm Szebastian Onne, the Almost Naked CEO, and I will be coming every day for 10 minutes approximately at this time with some random topic like this. Maybe ask a question, maybe share some ramblings, maybe just hang out with you on the latitude between. It's not always black, it's not always white. There's a whole lot of latitude between. There's a whole lot of space. And that's what we need to learn to love and respect and accept. So until next, dream big and make it happen.